Your wish has been granted.
What is going on, guys? This is the People's Champ coming to you with a brand new community spotlight. Today we have a very special guest, Cedric, aka g.e.t.e.m, in the Hermit Style Discord, and of course in the Slugs Domain Discord. He's been around in the game forever. If you need good cards, he always has them ready to sell. And today he's going to show us his yellow Vegito deck profile that I'm excited to learn about, and I'm sure he's just as excited to show everybody. Cedric, thanks for coming on.
Oh, no, thanks for having me, Brent. No, I'm looking forward to it, and I enjoy your guys' content, and I've been watching the community spotlight, so I'm like, let me ask if I can put a deck out there that I've enjoyed playing since it came out, and, just kind of show people, if they're interested, what they can do with it, what it's capable of, and, kind of give it some love, so... No, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and that's what the community spotlights are really about, is giving people the opportunity to show off their favorite decks. It doesn't have to be the best deck, doesn't have to be a deck that just won a tournament. It could be just something really cool that someone hasn't thought of or even considered. And I think this is probably one of the more ignored decks right now because it is overshadowed by the great Saiyaman right now. So I'm kind of excited to see what you're going on with it. So go ahead and get started for us.
Yeah, thanks. So... yeah, unfortunately, this leader, it came out at the same time as Saiyaman, and they're both good decks. Obviously, Saiyaman's a great deck, but this is just more interesting to me, that playing both decks. So yeah, I'll just get right into it. So this is Vegito, Candy Vegito. Vegito's probably one of my favorite characters in this series anyway. So another reason I gravitated toward it. So. Vegito, he's a 10k. On the front side, when he attacks, you look top 5 for a yellow Saiyan, 5 or less, or a unison specified cost of 2. And you add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. The awaken condition is if you're 4 or less life, or you have 2 more energy, and a yellow unison in play with a specified cost of 2. Draw 1, untap 1. Take life down to 6. So it counts a unison, so it also counts your Z unisons as well. In Saiyaman, it has to have the Z unison in particular. So this has a little more flexibility. And then on the back side, you have the SLR here. So here's an important skill, the permanent. You reduce the cost of union skills on yellow Vegito cards by 1 colorless. So we'll see later, all the fusions do have a 1 colorless cost, so this gets reduced. This reduces it. So it makes them a little easier to play. And when this card attacks, you draw 1 and you play up to a Son Goku and Vegeta with 1k power from your deck or your drop. You play them in rest mode. So kind of like a modern day Trunks Vegeta, because Trunks Vegeta did the same thing. I think it was you either draw or you play the 1 drop, but the 1 drops drew. So kind of similar there. And then it has an activate main once per turn where you choose one of your yellow Vegito battle cards, you ditch the cards underneath it, and then the card gets 5k in critical. So nice crit pressure from the leader that it can give to its battle cards, and then the Vegito battle cards are pretty impactful. So giving them 5k in crit just kind of adds to that. Again, the deck gives a lot of pressure, fairly simple to play like Saiyaman, but just kind of balancing your fusions. Then when you can't fuse, there's obviously some tech cards here in the deck that'll help kind of bridge the gap between fusing and not fusing.
Yeah, I definitely like one of the things that you said that I really enjoyed hearing is that it untaps 1 and draws 1 on Awaken. That last set with History of Z, none of them did it, and there was a couple of decks that really could have used an untap. I'm thinking about Zen Voker. I really like the concept of that deck, but it's so slow to start that it's just going to usually die by the time it gets going. So the fact that there's some actual leaders out now that are getting their untap 1 energy on Awaken, so that's probably very helpful for that deck.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It helps a lot, especially on your Awaken turn. It gives you an energy to defend. I mean, you have some defense kind of already if your curve goes well. So, but it's just a little extra insurance, or you can tap out and be aggressive, and again, you have some defense in the deck that'll help you in those early turns.
And really, that's like one of my favorite things about yellow in general, is because it has the best defense in the game. you know, if as long as you have that one energy up, or even depending on what you're playing, you could have no energy up, and you know you're at least going to be safe. So
Yeah.
but yeah, continue.
All right, so that's the leader. SLR2, probably a max rarity of this deck like day one. So
Mhm.
you'll kind of see that as it goes. So I'll leave the leader over here.
Beautiful
So I
cards.
figure, yeah, and Bandai knows what they're doing with the art. Like the
Mhm.
SLRs, man, those are some good stuff. So I guess we'll go over the fusion pieces first. Then we'll go over fusions, and then tech cards, and then extra cards, probably in that order.
Mhm.
So the first cards are your main fusion targets. So it's Son Goku and Vegeta. Can't wait to fight. So these are the main one drops that you're playing from your leader ability. The Unison also plays them too from the deck, so kind of helps set up fusions. So Goku, when he's played, he searches top 5 for a yellow Vegito or Unison, specified cost of 2, and Vegeta just draws a card. Now, the leader has the activate main where you pitch the fusion pieces underneath your Vegitos to give the Vegito 5k in crit, but all the fusion pieces have an extra ability when they're ditched from under a Vegito. So Goku locks down a battle card in rest mode. Doesn't matter the cost, but it locks it down and can't restand until the end of your opponent's turn. So pretty good there. Doesn't ignore barrier, but still a good lockdown for like big threats or anything like that, especially in the late game. Early game, not as good, but late game, if there's a key threat they have, you can keep it locked down with him. And then Vegeta, when he's ditched, you search top 5. It's basically Goku's effect. You search top 5 for Vegeta or the Unison. So it kind of using him kind of helps you go positive on your fusions in a way, because all your fusions draw on play, and then if you use him right, you get an extra search, and hopefully you get something, so you get an extra card there. So it helps keep the hand size up. Um, so these two are your main fusion pieces. You're gonna go into them often, and they both have nice effects. And again, you play them off of the leader, you play them off of the Unison, so it's really easy to fuse in this deck. So those are the 2 1-drops, and then we have some 4-drops as well. This is the challenging Imagine duo. So we run 2 Goku and 3 Vegeta. So both of these can be played out for 1 if your opponent has 2 or more energy, and they both draw, and they're both 20k beaters. Pretty good. So when Vegeta's played, he chooses the battle card and he switches the battle card to rest mode and then negates their skills. So skill negation, really good into like Zamasu, into Yellow Broly, those indestructible cards. You know, Garlic, if Garlic is running around. So he just switches it to rest mode, negates their skills against pesky blockers too, like token negates even. So he's really good there. And then Goku's this kind of upgraded version of the 1-drop, because he switches the battle card to rest mode and locks it down. And both of these are effects when they're pitched from underneath Vegitos, just like these. So, well, actually, no, I was wrong. So this one, you have to play it to get that skill negation, and then when this one's played, you just KO 5 or less a battle card in rest mode.
Okay.
And his fusion effect is he switches a card to rest mode, locks it down. His fusion effect is he gives a Vegito battle card 5k until the end of your opponent's turn. So so of the 2, Vegeta's definitely the better of the 2, because again, that skill negation is huge in the late game, and just even giving your Vegito 5k, so it's again just adds more power, just adds more pressure. And again, stunning cards is useful also. So, but that's why we have the 3-2 split there. And again, they both play out for 1. They both have pretty good effects. So that is the challenging Imagine duo.
Isn't it funny that the better card is always the one that's not foil?
Yeah. I don't know what Bandai's thinking there, but hey, it's okay. And then this is the dual name. So Son Goku and Vegeta. This is Acknowledging Strengths. So it's a dual attacker. When it's so it doesn't really have an on-play effect. It just draws one. You have to have 3 or more energy, and you can play it out. So 20k dual attack, still a really good pressure piece. It's not tied to this leader. They just have to be a yellow Saiyan leader, so fairly generic for pressure. And then this only has an effect when it's pitched from a Vegito by the leader skill. So when you do that, you restand one of your Vegito battle cards. So your fusions get dual attack, basically. So again, helps with pressure, and depending on which combination you have underneath them, like you get, if you have these two, right, you get the restand, and he gets 5k off of that. If you use this Vegeta, you get the restand, and you search top 5. So both effects can be, so you can have certain effects be really good in combination with one another. So, but this is a dual name, so it, off of your leader, when you swing, you can play either Goku or Vegeta 1-drop, and then you just play this. And then you have, this is a dual attacker, and then your Vegito essentially is a dual attacker also. So really good card. Might play 4. 3's been great. 3's been fine. But might bring it up to 4. Deck space is kind of tight. I'm at 54 cards in the deck right now, and it flows pretty well. So, but we'll consider it. But yeah, definitely a great pressure piece. The deck.
It definitely sounds like it's not as linear as everybody makes it out to be, just based off what I just heard, because you want to decide which your fusion materials are. You got to plan like which effects you want to use off the pitch. So, I mean, it requires a little bit more thought to just fuse a Goku and a Vegeta and have a big Vegito on board.
It's simple, right? It's pretty linear, but like there's so many ways you can fuse, and there's so many things you can do with the fusion. So that's kind of where the variety comes in. And all the effects are pretty good. Locking down cards, pumping your cards, giving your things dual attack. It's still pretty good. And then we run a few more Gokus. That's enough of the Vegetas, but we run a few more Gokus. So we have this Goku. We have Fulfilling a Promise. So thank you, Andrew Klinger, for the alt arts.
Beautiful card.
But yeah, amazing card. So he's a limit 1. So if your leader is yellow, you have 2 or more energy at the end of the battle. When it's comboed, you play it from the drop. And then when it's played, you can pitch one of your unisons from your deck to the drop. And then for every unison in your drop, he KOs a battle card in rest mode. So that comes up sometimes as second effect, but honestly, he's just he's a Goku I can play during my opponent's turn. So that way, again, it kind of helps set up the fusions with the leader. He's also removal, because when it does come up, it does come up. And then the art is just pretty good. KOing in rest mode. This deck has a ton of removal in it, which is really good. And we'll see with one card. There's even one card that kind of ignores the whole like rest mode thing. That's kind of Yellow's thing. Like they have to be in rest mode in order to KO them. But we do have a fusion that kind of gets around that. But yeah, this is just a nice Goku to add. I did have a Vegeta in here, an older Vegeta card, but there was a new promo that came out that kind of replaced it. So, but I still like this card. I still run it. It's just nice to have, especially since you have in-deck unisons. You're not just relying on a Z unison.
Sure.
Yeah, and then the last Goku is the concept rare. So just a one of 25 double strike. This is a pretty good one. Switch the attack to this card, and then you negate one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and you switch it to rest mode. So, and he's a 25k double striker, and he's fusion. So during your turn, if he's still around, you swing 25 double, and then you use him for fusion after. So, yeah, but this is a good card. I probably would only keep it at 1. 1's been enough. You don't really need to. Plus, these cards are expensive. Not gonna lie. So.
Yeah, I think with the concept rares, I think one of the best ways I've like summarized them personally is they're very much like I call them win more cards. You don't really need them to play a deck, but if you have them, they're always great to have. And especially the yellow one. Yeah. The yellow one's like in my opinion, the best out of the 4 or the 5. 5?
Yeah, there's 5. Yeah, because black didn't get one. Yeah,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
And white got one. Black didn't get one.
Correct.
So.
Yeah. So it's the best out of 5 in my opinion, followed by the red one. But you could argue the blue one, but still, they're just definitely not necessary to play a deck. They're just always better to have if you have them. And I have one myself, and I just don't ever plan on buying another one.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many other things to buy in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So many things to buy. But yeah, so that kind of wraps up the fusion pieces lineup. Again, you can get really creative, and it's really easy to fuse. Like not reliant on them being in the drop and playing them. You obviously have all the beaters that come out for one that have their own effects. So you don't have to. It's not as linear as one might think. So now we have the Vegitos. So we have the fusions now. So this is the early one. So this is Vegito Fighting Spirit Rush. So this is ideally the one you want to see on your Awaken turn, turn 2, because he's blocker, deflect, and then the Union Pataras for a colorless. But remember, your leader reduces your fusions by a color, so he's a free fusion. He's a free fusion, and he draws when he's fused. And when he's played by Union, so he gains barrier until the end of your opponent's turn. So he's a 5-drop, 15k barrier blocker. On turn 2, that's fairly difficult to kind of get rid of, to deal with, especially that early. Later game, most colors are equipped to kind of deal with him, but in the early games, pretty tough. Mm-hmm. So ideally, he's your first fusion. And then he has an auto if there are no cards underneath him, which your leader does. Your leader pitches them from underneath. He restands. Mm-hmm. So, so especially when you first play him, he's a 15k. So he swings 20 crit because your leader gives him 5k in crit. He restands at the end of the turn. He still has barrier, so if they don't deal with him, he can swing again for 15. And if he's still around the end of your next turn, he still stands back up. So he's good offense and defense. Obviously, he only has barrier till the end of your opponent's turn, so after that, he's just a blocker. But a free Union Potara that draws and can give some decent pressure. This is a good card. Good fusion.
Sounds like you want to use it to its most ability as soon as you play it.
Yeah.
Because the longer it sits on the board, the less effective it is.
Yeah, I mean, if he sticks around, he's still just a 15k. He's 15k beater, so he takes a card from your opponent unless they bean or they're a 20k Z leader. But he's really good in the early game. Late game, again, not as good. Mm-hmm. So next fusion is probably the worst one of them, but still really good. So this is Vegito Pure Potara Warrior. So Union Potara for a yellow and a colorless, so just one yellow. You draw one, just like this one. Now, I run him as a 3-of because, again, technically he's the worst one, but he's still really good. Mm-hmm. So when he attacks, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, switch it to rest mode, then you choose a rest mode battle card and KO it. Mm-hmm. So he's either switching something to rest mode and removing something, or he's just removing something that was in active mode. Mm-hmm. So again, and he's 25k double strike, so really good pressure on him for 1 energy is really good. Mm-hmm. And then he has an activate battle. If there's no cards under him, he combos with a 5k from the drop with the skills negated. So he's 30. He's 30 double. With your leader, he can become a 35k double crit. And also that auto on swing is not once per turn. So it's not a once. So if you use this as fusion, right, and then you swing with him, you KO something, and then you pitch him from underneath, you restand him, because this one, he restands the Vegito, and then you swing again, you're going to get crit from your leader, and then you're going to get the KO effect again. So, depending on board state, he's either killing 2 things in active mode, or he's like resting 2 things and killing 2 things. Mm-hmm. So he's got depending on how your opponent's board state is, like he can deal with boards by himself pretty easily. Again, provided they don't have barrier, none of these ignore barrier, but that's fine. It's a ton of removal for 1 card.
And the pressure is crazy. Double strike crits for 30, that's awful.
Yeah,
It's awful to
yeah,
deal
no,
with.
yeah. No one likes to take crit in this game, so so most likely he'll demand a negate, probably a floodgate, and then you just swing lead and navigate it. But he's gonna demand something. He's a 6 cost too, which is important in black, so black can't counterplay him with their Essence 4, so easy to kind of, or fairly easy to kind of get around. And then activate battle, it's a once per turn. So if he's around during your opponent's turn, you can get a free Z energy if he sticks around. Another reason I like this deck because it charges Z energy a little easier than Saiyaman does, because it has cards like this to kind of help facilitate that. So a little easier to charge Z energy, and with that you can play. There's another Vegito we play that's dependent on Z energy that adds to the defense of the deck. But yeah, technically the worst one, but still really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a worse one, but for a worse one, that is busted.
Yeah. If that's the worst fusion in your deck, then the deck is pretty good. And then we have the boss monster. We have SS Vegito, strongest fighter in history. Again, beautiful art. Good job, Bandai. So he is a 30k triple strike barrier. Ooh. He fuses for 3, but in reality it's 2. So he fuses for 2. You draw 2 on the Union Potara, and then when this card's play with Union, you choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards. You negate their skills, and then you KO them. So, again, great into indestructible, just like that Vegeta. And this doesn't care if they're in rest mode, so that's huge for yellow, because yellow's removal is always in rest mode. But he just says, oh, whatever's there, as long as they don't have barrier, they're gone. Indestructible, any removal effects, so he's really good. And for 2, he's 2 energy, so a really efficient play.
It's kind of ironic because it's still thematic in that effect, because Vegito is the one who fought Zamasu in Super.
Yeah, so it's canon. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's canon.
Because you can negate indestructible. So
yeah, negate indestructible. You negate anything. The face-off with an Emperor Goku, like the Vegeta, the 30k Vegeta, and like Red Vegeta, you just negate his skills and then remove him. And he has a cool activate battle. If he's in rest mode, you choose one of your yellow cards and it gets 5k for the turn. So that can be him. That can be your leader. That can be any other. That can be a Z battle card you might have out there on the board. And again, if you fuse with this one, so he stands back up. So he'll keep that. When he's in rest mode, activate battle, you give him the 5k. Use your leader effect, ditch this. He stands back up and he's a 35k. Actually, he'd be a 40k triple strike critical.
Oh,
so
God.
Because of the leader.
That's SCR level bullshit.
Yeah, and he's only 2, and I run 4 of them. So, and he has barrier. So again, kind of hard to deal with. I mean, your opponent has to have 3 or more energy. So, like if you go second, you can get him out on 3, or if you go first, you're on 4. But yeah, he demands an answer too. Triple strike isn't anything to play with. You stick a super combo on him, then it's like 40, potentially 45 or 50 if you give him 50 triple crit. Like he's a menace. He's a menace. And this card again is why I like this deck over Saiyaman, because Saiyaman doesn't really have a boss monster in it. Like, yeah, it has the 8 drops, but the 8 drops get like double strike. And obviously you have more tech cards in here, but this just says I'm 30 triple strike, like I'm gonna close the game if you let me go through. Or if I don't close the game, I'm taking 3 cards away from you because my leader gives him crit. So he's gonna get cards out, and he beans your leader, because this can be on your opponent's turn, this activate battle, as long as he's in rest mode. So you can bean your leader, make your leader 20. So, and the art is amazing. So yeah, so 4 of him. Yeah, he's a menace, man. I love playing this card.
feel like if you see that hit the board, you're probably losing that game.
Yeah, I mean, again, and he's demanding a floodgate or a negate even. And then that again, if it is a negate, I can just, if I use this, I can restand him. And he's the main reason why I'm considering bringing this to 4, because this card just giving your Vegito's dual attack essentially is kind of insane. So so these are the fusions. There's all 11 of them. So again, that's kind of the main thing of the deck, but not the only thing the deck is capable of. And I mentioned we play another Vegito. It's not a real fusion, but we play 2 of the counterplay Vegito. You have enough Z energy where this works fairly well. Mostly do it kind of in the early, mid game, late game. It's not as good, but it's still, I mean, he's a blocker that your opponent now has to rest things if they want to keep swinging. So depending on how their board state is, this can be, even in late game, it can be devastating depending on their board. And since you clear boards pretty easily with all your cards, they might be up the creek. And plus, again, art is amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta rock the SPRs.
It's just it's statistically proven that max rarity always plays better.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the cards hear you. When they're all iced out, cards hear you. So if you need heart of the cards, do that.
And then of course they look so good that your opponent wants you to play them and have a nice, beautiful field.
In theory. All right. So all right. So this used to be in the deck. This 3-drop Vegeta. Playing off the 1-drop Vegeta, since you have a 1-drop Vegeta, you play this, you swing, you get barrier removal, which is useful, but really that's all it's kind of used for. So limited cases, but he got replaced. He got replaced with Monkey. With Frightful Great Ape. Yeah, this card is insane.
Hard to find too,
man. Yeah, hard to. I mean, I think what. Like, they were so expensive for so long, but I snatched up the set thing for like $20 each. So
worth every penny.
Got a pretty good deal. Oh yeah, absolutely. So this guy, 8-drop, 30k barrier. They gave it barrier. I don't know why, but okay, great. He draws 1, and you play him. Now, granted, your opponent has to have 3 or more energy, so he's on the same curve as your 8-drop, so he's gonna come down late game. But when he comes down, just choose one of your, or this is an activate main, so it's not even on play. You choose one of your battle cards or unisons. You switch it to rest mode. You choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and negate their skills. So, like, yellow was bad before, but now that it has this. Like, they're not even worried about barrier anymore. Like, yellow's just not worried about barrier anymore or barrier removal or anything like that. You negate skills through barrier on this card, and any yellow deck can play it. Like, it's kind of crazy that they printed this card and made it so generic. And it draws on play. And it's a 30k. And it comes out for 1.
Well, you see, the theory is that it's nationals and world season, and if you've ever looked back on history, there's never been a deck that has won nationals and worlds that has it's always been either a blue or a yellow deck in some fashion, or it's blue and yellow. So they gotta pump up blue and yellow so they can keep the curve going. I think the closest difference was when Legends won with Android 21, but that was still a blue deck.
Yeah, it's still a blue deck. I mean, as a player, would I like to see like red or green or black kind of take it? Yeah, I would, just for variety. But I mean, blue and yellow, best 2 colors in the game generally. Yellow's pretty much consistently numbered. It's always up there. Like, I can't even remember when yellow was bad. It was a long time ago if it was.
I feel like yellow has never once been bad, but it's been like not as good. It's maybe like at its lowest was like 3rd place in the color wheel. But
yeah, I don't think it's ever been bottom 2 and like, remember when it was like, oh, Repulse isn't that good. Well, we just use Nimbus. Okay. You know, like, so yellow's always been good, but now you give this card, this card's insane. Um, I mean, negate indestructible, you go through barrier, and then you just remove it. So you play this for 1, and then you play this guy for 2, and then, like,
Go for game.
30k, yeah, 30k's on deck. So, great card. This isn't one of those you have to have this card. You don't have to have it. Like, you could, you could run the... Dropped a bunch of cards, that's okay. 3-drop Vegeta, you could run this still. You could run Janemba. You could run Janemba in there if you don't have the 8-drop, but I have the 8-drop and I'm gonna play it because it's insane. It's an insane card.
Sure, why wouldn't you? If you have it, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so super combos. All right, so we run 3 Krillin, easy enough, and we run Piccolo Gohan.
There's
because
your
you have a 30k that can get critical and 5k. But this on him, 65, you are taking that or giving me like your whole hand basically. So yeah, so this is the Secret Rare is great in the deck. You can run Gogeta, absolutely. You could even run like Purunga. But I think in this deck, Piccolo Gohan just kind of fits the best. It's just pressure, or it can be defense too. You can play it defensively. Just Piccolo Gohan's done well for me, but obviously SS4 Gogeta's the best SCR in yellow. So you have it, you could run it. But this deck isn't SCR dependent, so you could run anything. You could run this. You could run Super 17. You could run
underrated SCR, in my opinion.
Yeah. Which one? 17?
Yeah, Sibling Absorb. I love that SCR.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I played it in Nova for a time actually, Nova Shenron, because I was just like, oh, skill negation's cool. Counterplay they don't see coming, but yeah, you could run any of those. This deck kind of just whatever SCR you want to run, you know, you could run it, but this one's pretty good. And then you run your 3 super combos and this, so pretty self-explanatory, not much to really talk about. And this one got reprinted twice, so pretty cheap, fairly cheap. 17 is cheap too.
I mean, granted, I would probably say Piccolo is probably the better of the 2, but I mean, yeah, they're both cheap.
Yeah, Piccolo is definitely the more relevant of them, just because a 30k super combo, why not? You know. And you rest a bunch of stuff too in this deck. So you can rest things. So you can get the 5 cards rested, and of course your opponent's gonna be swinging at you. So now we run into the Unison package. So we run 3 of the Inarc type Unison. This is SS Gogeta, Transcendent Rage. It has Empower Yellow 3, which is important for the next card in the deck. But it has a +2. So 15k +2, pretty sticky, as long as you're not going up against green, because green still has like the Gohan rare, but still pretty sticky against the other colors. Well, blue has baby, so maybe not blue because they can just outright get rid of this. But anyway, so activate main, you bottom deck a card in hand, and then you play from your deck or drop area. You play the 1-drops with their skills negated for the turn. Now, if they have their skills negated and you fuse with them, they're technically new cards, so then they get their skills back. That's why when you ditch them, you get the extra effects. So this Unison kind of just plays both of these. So if you draw into these, you use as effect, you bottom deck one of them, and you just replay it with the other one. So really easy to set up fusion with this guy. So really easy. And again, he's pretty tanky for a Unison. It's a 15k with a +2. And then again, you have, when you play him out to awaken, and you have this is extra defense, so you can defend it. Again, they're gonna be pretty hard pressed to get rid of 4 markers in one go, even green. because then they have to jump through like all kinds of hoops in order to do it. But they can. But as a +2, it's a pretty sticky unison. It has a -5 where you choose one. It's basically your 8-drop, except it ignores barrier. So you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, negate its skills, and KO it. So a lot of skill negation in this deck. I've done that a few times. It's had a bunch of markers, and I just do that, and you basically just get rid of anything in the game. Anything. Pretty fitting too. That's SS Gogeta doing that. Soul Punisher, whatever you want to imagine him doing to get rid of the card.
Oh, for sure.
But but it's really good unison. And then the Empower, if you want to play another one on top of it, you can get to the -5. You can get to 5 and then do the -5 and get rid of something. So pretty good unison. And then just a tech choice that I like to run, another unison, run Z Fighter alongside him. So he also is Empower Yellow 3. He is a blocker. And then when he's played, if this card has 4 or more markers, for every unison in your drop, you KO something you rest with ignoring barrier. So, you'll have at least one in a drop for when you play him. And if you decide to put another one in the drop, and it doesn't matter the cost, you can even put the other copy of this in there off of the Skoku. So you can get unisons in your drop fairly easily. So you're KO in like 2 things, probably 1 to 2 things, ignoring barrier. So again, because of that, a lot of barrier removal in this deck. So +1, draw 1, and then the broken effect, -3. You give your leader 5k, it gives itself 5k, and this thing gets triple attack. So good into the mirror or into yellow, right? Because they have Nimbus. So if they Nimbus you early, you just play this, and then you're getting 3 swings out of it. So 3 25k swings out of this, 20 with your leader. And then if you have, for some reason, if it's late game and you have the 8 drop out, if it's in rest mode, you can give it 5k, so it becomes 30.
This makes me want to vomit in a good way. Like, oh my god. Well, because if they're nimbusing, they're gonna be. That's probably them being tapped out, and so then you just dump out a triple attack unison. Oh, that feels so terrible.
No, I did this to a friend of mine. He was playing black though, so he did Bardock the Tenacious, and I just played this, and I'm like, okay, 3 25ks. He couldn't survive after that. So this is kind of all those floodgates, all these floodgates. Blue with Defending Friends, Prospect. Red with, this doesn't get around Explosive, but you can charge enough Z energy where you can dance around it. Deducts. And then green, you're not really gonna get past their floodgates, but you can still pressure them. This can't get around that, but just removing their cards is good enough, and beating your leader for a turn cycle. And if you don't need the triple attack, he just draws 1. So you do the Empower, remove him, play him. If green goes, you just draw 1, and then you have like a 6 marker 20k unison. It's gonna take some effort for them to get rid of it. So I love this unison. And of course, it's amazing.
It's goated. It's one of those unison cards that it's really good. It's not good in every deck, but if it's a deck that plays unison, it's almost always a consideration for like yellow.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
You have to. No, yeah, and I mean if Z unisons went to the drop, which they don't, then this card will probably be used more. Like Sandman will probably run this card as well because of the Empower. But because again you have an in-deck unison that does what you need it to do, makes sense. You have another boss monster technically in the deck if yellow or blue decides to floodgate you with their floodgates. You can just get a few more swings in. So those are the unisons we run, only the 5 in-deck ones. And because we run unisons, there's a couple pridefuls.
Sure, why not?
Pridefuls, they come in. Remember that I think this is the only one that remained from the Unison Warrior block because
It is
Trunks
the
is gone.
Trunks is gone. Charismatic Villain's
Frieza
down to
and
one.
Yamcha are limited.
Yeah, and then this is the only one that's
Yeah.
still 4 of.
Yeah, this is the only one. Yeah, that can be 4 of. I mean, probably want to run 4 of this. Maybe run 3, but like, again, just putting something in rest mode comes in handy, especially when you're tapped out. They think you have nothing. You just play this. Switch to a battle card, then you have a blocker. So, pretty good. Yeah, good card. Let's see. We got okay. So now we're kind of. I'll do black cards first. So we only run 2. One copy of Poutine. Poutine's still good.
Well,
again, I think.
So what's crazy about Poutine? It was also part of that same block of just free play battle cards that never got touched. Like they killed the red one, they killed the one for green, and then I don't think blue ever had one. But the yellow one that
no blue has gravy. Blue has
Gravy.
gravy, but no blue player ever used it.
And
Blue
like
player ever
Poutine
used
just
it.
remains, and it's like, oh, did you rest something? Well, play that out, and then you could rest the next thing. It's like crazy. Yellow is
or
super
they
buffed.
counter. Yeah. Oh, they play a counter. Okay, I'm gonna rest one of you. They play a token negate. Like, okay, cool. I'll rest your blocker with Poutine. So she's still really good. Still gotta remember her when it comes to yellow. And then Overrealm, Secret ID, good for Tien. Good for Tapion if you run the Tapion. Just kind of you can get good value out of it. And then we have ways of bringing the Gokus and Vegetas back from the warp. If there's some in your drop, there's a card we have in the Z deck that can put them back in the drop so you can play them. So not as afraid to play this.
Oh, beautiful.
We've got the final push. So those are the only 2 black cards. Then we'll go on to the extra cards. We are a yellow unison deck, so 2 release from evil. Card's insane because it blanks anything that's attacking, including leaders, unisons, whatever. Just blanks them. They can't restand. That's card. This card's been good for the longest time, and it's still good.
And it's still at 4.
It's still at 4. I only run 2. I think 1's in the side. No, that's in the another version. But yeah, you could play 4 of these, and it's a better Final Flash, and it's free as long as you have the unison or a unison out. So yeah, definitely run this in the deck. Now I'm trying this out. I'm trying Forbidden Power instead of Nimbus, only because this doesn't require a pitch of a card. And you do run some blockers in the deck, so you can counter and then block. You also have the extra versatility on offense. You give one of your cards 10k, and you tap one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier. So, kind of you get that extra pressure. And again, the art is really nice. So I'm trying this out currently versus Nimbus, just because everyone's kind of ready for Nimbus. So, but this is just a different take on it. Cards have done okay so far. Yeah, but good floodgate. And then we run one of the strongest candy in the world. So this is the Anarch type negate. Your leader is this leader. You negate the attack. You draw 1, and you choose one of your Vegito cards. Switch it to active mode, and it gets blocker. So it's like just a better token negate for the deck. And then you can just play it for free. You have to have a fusion in play. You have to have a Vegito 5 costs or more. If you do, you can just activate this for free by taking a life. So
yeah, better token negate.
Yeah, better token negate in this deck. And obviously you have all your Vegitos here. You have your 8 drop, you have your 6, your 5 already has blocker, so it kind of doesn't matter, but then giving these blocker, restanding them, because again, you have the activate battle, you can pump it by 5, you make this a blocker, blocks, it's a 30k barrier blocker, so really, really good defense there. And again, he pumps things by 5k, he does his thing, so yeah, pretty good token negate for the deck. And then the last one is just Tyrannical Blow.
Yeah.
good in the floodgates. And then we side begrudging allies in case they run to Oceanus, so I can just swap it out if I need to. But yeah, T-Blow's a good card too. Also negates unisons, or negates another battle card or unison, which sometimes I forget. So, if you negate something, then you choose something else and negate its skill. So, a lot of skill negation in this deck, which I enjoy as an individual. Liking hard to kill them. So that is the deck. So it's 54, or at least that's the main deck. Do have a Z deck. So Z deck, I guess we'll just go over the unisons first. So in case you don't see your unison, you don't see this one to awaken, there are alternatives so you can awaken on time. They aren't as good, but they're doable. So I run one of Zamasu Scheme Wish. He is a 2-cost yellow unison, so you can awaken off of him. And if they have some, big threat, you can use this, awaken, play one of your 1-drops, just negate their skills, give the 1-drop to your opponent, and take their card.
I love that unison so much.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have it until recently. I wanted it in an auction, but I was like, this, in case I don't have anything to do with the 1-drops that are there, like if they stop my play or something, I could just have this out and then just take one of their threats, and depending on if it's an active mode or not from the previous turn, I can just use their card against them and then get a little 1-drop. And if that goes away, it just goes back into my drop and I can just play it again. So some nice synergy in the deck. I can't attack, so it's not really pressure. I don't think I've ever done the -7 given something indestructible, but it's cool if you pull it off. You can give your Vegitos indestructible as well. Imagine that, indestructible, blocker, barrier. Yeah, so pretty good. So that's, we run one of those, and then I run 2 Tapion. Probably best Z unison for yellow. Again, just there if I don't see the Gogeta unison at all. And he's still really good. Locks down a battle card or a unison. And then again, if I need to push through Nimbus or Defending Friends and I don't have Gohan, I could just play him for 2, tap another one, give him triple attack. So 15k triple attack unison. He is pretty good. Probably yellow, the best yellow unison, yellow Z unison. Here's a nice little tech here. We have 2 copies of Bold Arrival. I'll match the art at some point. I don't know. I just haven't found an extra one of these yet. But deflect, unique, double strike barrier. So another barrier threat that can put pressure on. So why he's here is because you fuse, basically. So if you have 3 or more energy, when this card will be played from the Z deck, instead of paying the energy cost, you place 1 Son Goku and Vegeta from your warp into the drop, and you pay 1. So, 2 Z energy, you move a Goku and Vegeta from warp to drop. So this is really only good after you've secret ID'd. That's kind of the only application. So because of that, I may cut the second copy, but it just helps get guys back in if you've had the secret ID earlier in the game. So that way you're not stuck and you can't fuse at all. And he's also a threat. 20k double strike barrier.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So he's still pushing damage. But yeah, so he's pretty good. And then we just have a bunch of 1-ofs. So we have 1 Evolved Defender. Never really play this, honestly. He's kind of just there, but if you need to kind of delay the game a little longer, he's really good for it. Barrier, deflect, tap something. We run Kaioken Unison. Again, if you are sitting on Gogeta or Gohan, then you need another board wipe. You can just play him, get another board wipe going, and he's a game finisher also. -3 gain 10k double strike for the battle. And he's also a negate, so when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards and negate its skills. So he's kind of like, he can stop another attack while he's out there. So nice defensive piece there. Oolong, you play huge threats. He gets huge, 30k, 40k, and he can swing per game. And we have Sun Gohan Key Training. Really busted card for yellow in the Z deck. Deflect, double strike, 5 more cards in rest mode. He comes out for 1 into Z energy.
I'm pretty sure that's the
taps
best.
Something ignoring barrier.
I'd say that's the best Z battle card for yellow right now. That card's nuts.
Yeah. Like the card's insane. Yeah, originally for Saiyaman, but yeah, any yellow that can use it, it's pretty nuts. Again, ignores barrier, switches to rest mode, can't restand, 20k double strike with deflect. Insane. They're giving yellow all the tools it needs at the right time. Coincidence? I think not. And then last card, Z Extra. You run one of it. Again, you charge enough Z energy in the deck where you can use both effects, but again, another final flash, as if the deck needed more skill negation. So, yes, that is the Z deck. I do have a sideboard as well.
If you want to keep that secret, you can, but we're always open to seeing sideboards.
It's not a secret. There's no real spice in here. It's kind of all pretty well-known stuff. One Begrudging for Oceanus, because that's the one floodgate yellow can't really stop, so you gotta run it until they give yellow like instead of being played, counterplayed, instead of just play with skills negated. 2 Koizukai. Koizukai is Koizukai side deck staple, really, ever since he came out. Just punishing playing on your opponent's turn. Applicable for every color at this point. Every color can do something on your opponent's turn. So yeah, Koizukai just punishes that. Nimbus, in case you don't like Forbidden Power in a particular matchup, you're on Nimbus. Still really good. Time Magic, locking things down. Good against black. Good against dual attackers. Any sort of restand. Gohan, Trusted Ally for green. We don't like hand destruction. 2 copies of Vegito for green as well, mostly for green. Use it in the mirror also. Again, Vegito's just one of those cards where like he's applicable in a lot of places, but you mostly put him in there for green against Solidarity, Celzino, things like that. So he's an answer for green. Speaking of green, you run Trunks Counter. Okay into green. I mean, that has barrier. You can't discard, you can't remove markers, so pretty good for your to keep your Unison alive. Granted, they have the easiest barrier removal in the game, so he may not last that long, but again, they have to answer him before they can answer your Unison. And you don't discard, so you may not even need these if someone sticks around. And then Racist Frieza. Saiyan decks are still a thing, and he's essentially a dual attacker for 1. Really good in the black. Especially if they play their counterplay. And then you just blow up their counterplay, and you get a restand. So, it's good in the Saiyan-centric decks, because Saiyan are still the most broken trait in the game.
Definitely.
But, but that's the whole list, I think, including side, it's like 69, 70 cards, including the side. But yeah, this is what I've been running in Vegito as of late. Again, I've been enjoying it. A lot of pressure coming at now. And it still has the ability to kind of just turtle up because it's yellow. So
absolutely, that's the best thing about yellow. You're always safe.
Yeah. It can do both. As long as you play properly, you're always safe. But yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying the deck. I like the art. Just everything feels good. Like there's not really a quote unquote bad card in here at all. Again, the only thing I might consider is just putting these at 4.
Sure.
That's kind of like the only thing I'm kind of struggling with right now. But you know, I could definitely see myself putting it at 4. Yeah, the deck filters a lot, draws a lot. Not as much as Sandman, not as much, but it does. It can draw a lot of cards.
So my last question for you is,
yeah,
what kind of player would you recommend this deck for?
What kind of player would I? Someone who loves Vegito, and someone who's kind of, I guess, who's new to yellow, because this is like this is a beginner-friendly yellow deck. Like, I mean, Sandman too. Sandman's really easy to play, but like, this is just like if this just it has one thing and it does it really well, but then as you play the deck more, you can kind of learn like, oh, I'm not just fusion deck, right? I can play beaters for 1. I can play monkey and negate your stuff. I can hit a lot with a unison. Right, I can play a dual attacker for 1. So it's not just, oh, play 2 things, fuse, go. It's like, okay, I can play this, swing twice, then fuse, swing again. Oh, you floodgated me? Okay, unison swings, you know, like, so it's a fairly easy deck to learn, but obviously once you kind of master it, it gets a little more difficult.
The ceiling gets
so
high.
yeah, exactly. That's a better way to put it than what I was saying. So yeah, it's the deck has a lot of potential with what it can do. Yeah, it's a simple deck, but you know, once you kind of learn it, there's so much you can do with it. And if you like crit, because you can give your cards crit, I like crit. Crit's probably one of my favorite keywords in the game. So
I agree.
And if you like pretty cards, play the deck if you like pretty cards. There's a lot of pretty cards in here.
Well, I would say you could do that with almost any Dragon Ball deck, and that's one of my favorite things about this game is the max rarities are gorgeous. You have any shout-outs you want to make to anybody?
Let's see. Shout out to you, Brent. Shout out to Team Vermilion also. Again, enjoying your guys' content a lot. Shout out to my friend Simon, John Luke. Do we have a team name? Yeah, we have a team name. I think I call us the Hitmen. 6 Hitmen. But they call us like the Hit Squad or something like that. Either way is fine. But shout out to you guys. Those are my testing buddies. Shout out to Hermit Style. You know, those guys, I've been in there for a long time, and they've kept me going in this game. Shout out to all those boys out there, and yeah, man, thank you for having me, and I hope the viewers pick up this deck and try it out.
Not a problem at all, Cedric. I appreciate you taking the time today to go over this dope deck. I think after learning a little bit more about it, I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. With that being said, everybody watching, if you like this deck, please let him know down in the comments below. I'm sure if you have any questions, he would love to answer your questions down in the comments below. With that being said, we will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Take care, guys.
Hey everybody, this is the People's Champ thanking you for watching this video. If you want to see content just like this, there should be a playlist attached at the end of this video. If not, check our channel out and see what else you like there. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe.